It's estimated that over 20% of married retirees have exhausted their savings and are living solely off Social Security income. And that percentage rises to 50% for single retirees. Even with a solid financial base for retirement, most of us are going to have a monthly income that is significantly less than we have now. That alone can lead us to becoming part of those statistics. Hi, I'm Betty. I'm 59, I'm retired, and I'm a housewife. Last year, Amazing Husband and I figured out what we can expect to receive from Social Security once we are both retired. As an experiment, we decided to try to live within those means for a few months, just to see if we could do it. You guys, it sucked. So bad. Once we paid all of our basic bills, the mortgage, utilities, transportation expenses, groceries, there was nothing left. I even had to keep a running total in my head at the grocery store to be sure I didn't go over budget. I haven't had to do that since I was a young, broke, single mom 30 years ago. If we wanted to do anything at all other than sit at home, we couldn't. We couldn't even afford to use the gas in the car to go anyplace other than work or the store. We do not want to find ourselves in that position a few years into retirement, and neither do you. So, yeah, it was an eye opening 90 days. 90 days of boredom and frustration. What did we learn? We learned that we have to cut back on a whole lot of expenses before we retire if we want to have any chance of enjoying our retirement. You know, there's a lot of advice out there on how to reduce your expenses. Unfortunately, a lot of it focuses on the little things. Cut out your subscriptions, stop eating out, turn down the thermostat, make coffee at home, don't eat avocado toast. None of that made a bit of difference in our 90-day experiment. As a single income household, we already strive to keep our expenses low so we can continue to save towards retirement. We limit our eating out to once a month or less, and that's usually a taco truck lunch instead of a steakhouse dinner. The thermostat is kept to 78 in the summer and 70 in the winter. Yeah, I know we could go lower in the winter, but I start whining when it goes below 70. We watch broadcast TV on an antenna or YouTube instead of paying for cable, satellite, or streaming services. Our only subscription is Spotify, and I refuse to give that one up. I can't stand commercials when I'm trying to listen to music. Amazing Husband handles home maintenance and most of the repairs, which has saved us quite a bit over the years. But that will change as age catches up with him. I mean, we drive 10 plus year old Toyotas instead of fancier cars with higher insurance rates and payments. So, yeah, it wasn't our discretionary spending eating away at our income. It was the big things. Like most people, our biggest expense is housing. In our case, mortgage, insurance, and property taxes. Living in a high wildfire risk area, our home insurance is ridiculously expensive, like $9,000 a year expensive. At this point, nearly half of our monthly mortgage payment goes to cover insurance and property taxes. That half of the payment won't go away once the house is paid off. And judging by the past few years, those numbers are only going to get bigger. If we hope to continue living here in retirement, that's going to be an issue. Dealing with that issue is going to mean upping my side hustle game so we can throw more money at the mortgage principal now. It will mean a refi if interest rates go below what we're paying now. It could even mean selling and moving someplace less expensive. And I'm not going to lie, that would suck. We also probably need to cut back on our toys. I mean, the motorcycles that only get ridden in the summer, the F-150 that we use for dump runs and Home Depot runs and to pull our little trailer once a year. Those come with insurance cost, registration, maintenance, the occasional repairs. We couldn't do those on a Social Security budget. But the trailer, we kind of have to hang on to the trailer as long as we live here. It's part of our wildfire evacuation plan. I honestly thought we were on a solid path to a great retirement until we tried living on a Social Security budget. It took less than 3 months to discover just how many things we will need to change about how we live if we want to have the kind of retirement we were dreaming about. Have you thought about how you would survive if you spent all your savings and had nothing left but your Social Security income? What are some of your big expenses that you can adjust now so you can have more fun later? Leave a comment below. I'd love to know what your plans are. And if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you next time.